They're going to hand out to Ford again. Ford up the middle. He loses the ball. And scramble for the ball. Looks like Bridgeview had it.
He's been a lot better this season, but it's still an issue. He's had 7 points from this season. Yeah, if I'm going to start the season, did a very good job through the meat of the season, hanging on to that football. But that's a big fumble on that. That'll kind of switch the momentum. Other veterans, this defense is going to have to stand strong. Still no Jaden Hughes out there. It's a big story there. Hopefully, I mean, at this point, I'd probably make the educated guess that he's done for the night, but hopefully it's something serious.
Andre Washington again. The 40-yard line. And out to Mauldin. Holmes is met by flying Nick Scott. Jesse Mansell back in there as well as Peterson.
And again, this Ridgeview offensive line is a very solid offensive line. It's just the eye test. There's some very, very large men on that offensive line. When you have a flying Nick Scott like that, it is hard to pick up.
Second down, 12.
Here on second down, they lost. Second down here and second down 11. Washington looking left, throws left. Yes, Smith. Smith has the catch and faces up.
Yeah, and again, that's just Billings. He's having a hard time keeping up that comeback route. It's very long. That route's been run very well by Jordan Smith all night. Very good cutbacks, and Aaron Bowen just having to sit back and make the tackle. I mean, there's really not much you can do with that. Especially
third down and a long one. Washington will hand it off here. They have the first down at the middle. It's
on the rush. Number 11, Darius Foots.
Foots on the carry.
One stop, number 2, Randy Caldwell, and number 9, Devin Wilson. That's good enough for Travis Federal Credit Union Blazers. First down.
Down here for the Blazers.
27-yard line, first down, 10, Ridgeview.
Washington drops back. Got to step up to the pocket now. He's being chased. Jacob Wilson flying in. They're going to throw and the pass. I don't think it was complete. It was into the hands of Fred Sargent, but Sargent did not have control of the ball while he was in bounds. He had to jump a couple times before he got both hands on it. But a very good job of extending the play by Washington right there.
Number 6, Drayton Brown.
Yeah, I mean, did a really good job moving out the pocket. And I mean, it was a good throw, and in the end, I mean, just not able to hang on the ball. Hang on to the ball was Fred Sargent, but I mean, like you said, very good job extending the play. Washington showed him that all night.
So here's second down and 10. Washington takes the snap. Hands off to Holmes. Holmes on the outside will be met by Jonathan Saxon. He does go off the first tackle. Was actually out of bounds. Carry 2 on that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of what I mentioned earlier, that low center of gravity. If you get him up high, I mean, if you hit him hard enough, he'll go down. But if you hit him up high, I mean, it's a lot harder to make that tackle as opposed to taking him out low. You want to hit him up high and just put him on his butt. It's hard to do with that low center of gravity.
On third down, Washington. Go for the hard count. No one jumps. 9:25 for the clock is stopping. They're 10 here on the play clock. Holmes is back. Here's Washington. He drops back in the pocket. He'll throw to the right, and almost a good catch. But Josh did good push. Smith out of bounds, bringing up fourth down. Not sure if that ball would have
I mean, the thing with Josh DeGroot, he's not going to go up and win those 50-50 balls. He just does a very good job of positioning himself to where that throw's got to be put up high, or else Josh DeGroot would have picked it. Did a very good job of that. The throw had to go high.
He's not the most athletic, but his positioning is very good. He's super strong, and they will leave the offense out.
I mean, as I mentioned earlier, not really a solid kicker to go to, and it forces you to go for it.
Gotta get 7 here. Here's Washington, drops back in the gun. Mauldin blitzes. Washington steps up, and Washington will be hit by Josh DeGroot. Another sack for the senior, who's having a terrific game tonight.
He's having the game of his career with the offer from Methodist University. And probably a good offer, in my opinion. I think he deserves bigger. And he showed up tonight, as you said. I mean, really the only concern, not the most athletic guy. He's not going to get up in the air any receivers, but he's having as a blitzing linebacker. He's hard to stop, and he's the second sack for him tonight. I mean, both of the sacks came from him. Very good fourth down stand there from the Mavericks.
Very big momentum play to start the first half. Start the second half here at District 2 Stadium here in Blythewood, South Carolina, home of the Blythewood Bengals, but of course, Ridgeview playing here as their home stadium because of their new stadiums and construction. They're going to send two receivers to each side of David Shearer, who has Caldwell with him in the back, and I believe they're going to call a delay of game on the Mavericks.
Delay of game.
That should have been called out. And George ended up getting a big run the next play. David Shearer, and that's really the only gripe I've had with him tonight. He's got to look at that play clock, keep his eye on it.
I like it started a little bit early, though. Maybe it's just me.
First down, 15.
It really doesn't matter in my opinion.
It's pretty clear that he's not paying enough attention to it, considering he hard counted with 3 seconds on the play clock.
Shearer on a jet sweep for Ford. Ford up the middle, breaks the first line of tackles, and then tries to come up to the middle.
George
Game one after all that work.
And that's what you said. Finding a way to get the ball to the offense. If you can't run up the middle, if you can't just bounce it off on normal handoffs, that's not going to work. Find creative ways to get to him. That's exactly what they did there. Just get a normal game for George Ford.
So they go with two running backs here. David Shearer in the gun. 8:15 is where the clock is stopped. They're going to keep it and throw it on the screen pass here for Hall. Hall has a catch and a first down.
It's really weird. Watching this is really weird. The fact that they can't do anything on the ground, but they're doing everything wide in the air. That is just complete opposite of typical Mauldin offense.
That's exactly right. Helmet came off of number 10, Nigel Barber, so in comes big number 75. Not on the roster.
That's tough.
Just have him known as big number 75.
It's a fine name with me. Watch him get a sack, and we have to figure out his name again.
So Mauldin splits through, receivers to the right, one to the left. Ford goes in motion from right to left. Shearer gonna scramble out of the pocket and throw it to the middle field.
Yeah, that's just being experienced. Nothing doing. Eat the play. Try and make something happen with your legs. Throw it out down. Don't make that throw. There's just nothing there.
I mean, you might as well just scramble.
Yeah, I mean that's something that Jeffrey Wright does very well. Even at the start of the season, when he really did was a good experienced quarterback. When there was nothing there, he made something happen with his legs. He's not really home with threat. He's just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage and get the play. At the very least, totally.
Scrambled after the play broke down, but second takeaway of the half for the Ridgeview Blazers, third of the night, and Washington
kind of a beast formation.
Take the snap and hand out the Foots. Foots will be tackled by Nick Scott after gaining one.
Number 11.
Beast formation didn't help much today. Nick Scott still a threat off the edge.
It's weird that Nick Scott, he gets tackles. Like, at least, he can be coming off the edge like that, but even when the play comes to this side, he will come across the other side.
Well, it's just
so
that
play recognition.
It's just incredible combination of size and speed. I mean, you can't try and bully him because he'll run past you. You can't try and play the speed because he'll run through you.
Washington hands out to Holmes, and there's Nicholas Scott again. Although Holmes does a good job of fighting his way.
Exactly what you just said. Nick Scott coming from the other side of the offensive line.
23,
and Holmes is a very fast guy. He's one of the fastest players on the field right now.
Nick
Scott to chase him from behind shows just how fast he is, even though he did have a bit of a head start on Holmes.
So 3rd down and 5 here from Mauldin's 45. Left hash mark is Andre Washington. 2 receivers right, 1 left. In the gun, takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, has to step up, and Nick Scott forces the fumble, but Ridgeview does fall on it.
What a drive for Nick Scott. 2 tackles and 4 fumble, a strip sack. And that is just Nick Scott, just doing his thing.
You know, it just puzzles me how Nick Scott's not Whether it's running back or defensive end or even defensive tackle, tight end, Nick's got to do it.
I can't think of
He even has a passing touchdown in his career.
Call time. They got a call time, not you.
Well, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Andre Washington and Mauldin's punt team was out there. They were celebrating the fumble, and they sent out the punt team. And Ridgeview did not send out their punt team.
Ridgeview had an easy first down. And that was about a 50-yard. They just had a 50-yard safety. Just a second against the touchdown.
Personal help for the Peters, helping you be your healthiest you.
Nick Scott looking very good there. As you said, I mean, I can't think of a scenario where at the end of the season he doesn't at least get a D2. Higher level D3, lower level D2.
I mean, even in the what's going on?
St. Andrews University, hit them up. They're going to leave the offense out there once again. Unless they don't get maybe a split punt. But here's fourth down and 7 from Mauldin's 47. Gotta get a couple yards back, and there is a flag. I believe it's going to be false start. And it looks like Washington was going to drop back to pass, so no split punt there, which is interesting. Ridgeview thinks it's on Mauldin. Got some discussing going on over here.
Dead ball.
And it's going to be against
all sides. Mavericks 5 yards. Remains fourth down.
And this is not really what you want to do because this opens up options for you. They can still drop back and pass, so they can hand it up to.
So here's fourth down and 2. They still have an empty backfield. Gotta get to it. Here's Washington. He's going to pass it across the middle. And they have the catch was made by Honest Pittman.
But he had a hard time getting up after that hit. Just absolutely lit up in this.
It's entirely bird.
You gotta give him credit. He ate that hit.
Huge hit by Caldwell, and Bird wants to step to the side, but it is a first down for the Ridgeview Bengals.
36 yard line, first down take.
Here, 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Andre Washington in the ground. We'll hand out the foots up the middle. We'll have some wins. He breaks through the first line. Still things the tackles.
That's the battle for Credit Union.
Completely switched the tight end of this drive.
On his step, number 4, Aaron Coleman.
Quickly, dude. They're already at the line of scrimmage.
Ball's on the 19-yard line.
Hands on the hips
First
out
down,
there.
10 Blazers.
Washington. He'll take the snap and hand off to Holmes. Holmes up the middle. We juke a couple times, and he will be tackled with AJ Flood flying in there.
26, Josh Holmes.
Again, just so hard to run up against the
down by 21, AJ Flood.
It's a small defense. Even when they're exhausted like this, being exposed to the air, still, I mean, you gotta keep it away from Jesse Mansell. Where Jesse Mansell isn't, that's where the linebackers are going to fill.
Here's Washington. He's going to have to throw it here. And it was a low pass that was incomplete. Josh did a terrific defense again, man.
What a game tonight from Josh.
Did put up a 15. He
absolutely shown off his talents at linebacker.
Broken up by 25.
Sacks, but also shown his versatility in
coverage. Third down.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, not the most athletic. He's not going to be able to keep up with receivers. He's not going to be able to jump with receivers. But he positions himself so well.
In the zone, he's in the right spot.
Yeah.
Here's third down and 8. The 18. Washington. Take the snap in the gun. Roll to his left and throw to his left. Here on the pass, and it's caught and turned around. And a couple good moves are made by DeAndre Hill, who
That's the way to 15. DeAndre Hill.
DeAndre Hill on the catch.
On the tackle, number 21, AJ
actually, the
Flood.
spot's looking really close on there than the chance.
So here's first down and goal for the Ridgeview.
That's the Blazer, first down.
But again, even though it didn't result in
First and goal.
I mean, Randy Washington again. About got to him.
Andre Washington will hand out the foots up the middle, will not gain anything.
Darius Woods, number 11, the ball carrier.
Do I need to say it again?
Stop
Running up
at
the middle against a small defense is not an easy thing to do.
Rocco's looking very animated on the sideline as always.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Am I looking at the right markers? Because
So the yard line is second and goal.
okay, I wasn't looking at the right markers. Okay, thank God.
So here's second down and goal. 8. Washington takes the snap, looking left. It's step and throw, and it will be caught and in the end zone diving is Smith.
I don't think he got that.
Actually,
no, he didn't.
maybe he didn't.
He caught it. He originally had his hands on it in the end zone, but was juggling it. Bowens did a good job to keep him out of the end zone, and then eventually Deuce. I can't tell. I don't think it was Deuce Caldwell that. No, it was Deuce that kept him short of the end zone at the very end. So great play from both Aaron Bowens and Deuce Caldwell to somehow keep that play short.
So 3rd down and 2. Andre Washington goes under center. They're going to go for a QB sneak and push. And touchdown. So the Ridgeview Blazers capitalize on another Mauldin Mavericks turnover, and they're going to add 6, possibly 7, pending the PAT. But Mauldin's still very much in this game. Anthony Barker, once again here. The sophomore righty will step up, and he missed it.
No good.
A terrible kick by Barton, and Mauldin only trailed by 2. That should give the Mavericks some life here. Just pulled it way left, and it was super low. I don't even know if it was on.
I'm sorry, I gotta take some credit for that. I'm texting Isaac Bowers getting updates on the game, and I set 10-7 for it too.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to take credit for that,
I'm taking credit for me. I knew I was going
So Barton will kick it off once again. Most likely a push to the right to the area of Lucas Dominic, Sean Hall, and George Ford. Dominic standing at the 39, Hall standing at the 30, Sean Hall at the 20. Make up either. Up steps Barton, and it will fall into the hands of Ford. Ford catches, jukes up that sideline. He has some room as he faces up. He's still spinning those legs, and he'll get to the 41-yard line.
George Ford, number 1 on the return.
One of the big points of this little pooch kick is to keep away from George Ford, but somehow he still is able to get to that ball. And was
Call Sean Hall off.
Ball's going to be on the 41
I had a chance to do something with it. Great attacking energy to stop him out there in the game.
So here comes the Mauldin offense. 2 turnovers on 2 drives so far in this half. 3:55 left in the 3rd quarter. 10 on the play clock, and they're asking them to reset it. 2 running backs. It's Ford and Caldwell. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Left hash mark, 41-yard line. David Shearer takes the snap. Going to throw it across the middle, and it was deflected at the line of scrimmage. It looked like it might have been number 10, Najuan Barber, who got it.
Yeah, and just pushing the offensive lineman back and puts those big paws up there to knock it down, and that's what defensive linemen are taught to do. Get those paws up there, you never know when you're going to tip one.
It looked like
You never know when you're going to tip one straight up into the ear and have an interception chance. So
it looked like it was going to be a screen route, a slant route for Tucker, but ultimately fell incomplete. And it will be 2nd down and 10 here, still the 41-yard line, still 2 running backs and 3 receivers. David Shearer takes the snap, fakes handoff, and throws across the middle for Ford. Ford spins and has the 1st down. Quick throw up the middle.
I can't really do much to get the ball straight in Ford's hands off handoff, so, put him out in the slot receiver, get him some screen passes. That's exactly what they did there and picked up the 1st down.
48-yard line to be
Very good play call from this one.
So here's a new set of downs for the Mavericks with 3:40 left in this 3rd quarter. David Shearer out, and they jumped. Ridgeview jumped.
That's a textbook there. See the man jump, you jump. And it's the referee's job to identify it, and usually they do it right, do it correctly.
Offside, Ridgeview, 5-yard penalty.
We have 11 guys pointing at one Ridgeview player and no Ridgeview players pointing at any more players. It's a pretty obvious call for the referees.
43
So
yard
here
line,
is first and 5 for the Mauldin Mavericks. Still two running backs. This time it's Scott with Ford. Shearer hands off to Ford, and Ford will gain 1.
Yeah, I mean, again, just not much really doing for this offensive line. They can't really get any separation. George Ford to run into, so I mean,
George Ford,
this
number 1
small
on the carry.
passing game has had to be good tonight, and it has
Cut by
been.
10, Brady Myers.
This game might not be close if it wasn't for how good our passing game is.
134 combined yards between Brad and Shearer tonight. Shearer in the gun, takes a snap, hands off to Ford, and Ford, the ball came out.
Fumble,
3 drives, 3 turnovers for the offense.
Fumble recovered by number 10, the John Barber.
Just silly mistakes from Mauldin. Ball control has been very bad tonight. They're pretty bad in defense, in all honesty.
So with Ridgeview leading 9-7, they will take over once again. Andre Washington will team on the field. Right hash mark, 46-yard line still. Ridgeview side. Aaron Bones playing super tight here on his receiver. Washington takes a snap, hands off to Holmes. Holmes up the middle, will bust his way through for a gain of 6.
26, Josh Holmes. Tackled by 25, Josh.
And again, really been the tail of the night. In the trenches, Ridgeview
48-yard
absolutely
line,
winning the
second down, 4.
Under 2:30 left in the third quarter, second down and 4. Here's Washington. Hands off to Holmes again. Holmes will be met. Is that the boot
Josh
again?
Holmes,
I think that
number
was
46, the ball carrier.
I think that
Cut by
was
30,
Snipes.
John Snipes.
Yeah, that's right. It was Jonathan Snipes flying up the middle here, the middle linebacker.
Third down, 7.
2 minutes left here. And it's
Third down, 6.
30 on the play clock. 9-7 is the score here. Right at the middle of the field, 50-yard line, third down. Washington takes a snap. They will look to scramble and throw across the middle of the field. And that really was a nice catch made by
Pass to number 2, Jordan Smith.
We'll see if they give him a first down.
45-yard
I think they're
line.
going to rule him a yard shy.
Fourth down,
It's
1.
about 4th down in inches, and they like the QB sneak it again. And it looked like Jesse Mansell just pushed Randy Caldwell across the line.
He absolutely did. Randy Caldwell was set, and just really a miscommunication there. Randy Caldwell kind of lined up in Jesse's spot and ended up on the wrong side of the scrimmage.
Dead ball. Offsides.
So first
Mavericks.
down.
Results in a Ridgeview first down.
And really just a mental mistake.
39-yard line,
Not
first
100%
down,
his
10
fault, but
Blazers.
You gotta stay out of Jesse Mansell's way, because when he sets, he's gonna push you out of the way. You're not gonna stay over it.
So first down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Left hash mark is Andre Washington. Clock is at 1:15. 10 play clock. Washington carried himself at the outside, and Jonathan Snipes will make the tackle.
Very good job there from Jonathan Snipes to fight through the block.
Fought through
John
2 blocks.
Snipes.
Yeah, fought through the double block and just got Andre Washington's foot and forced him out of bounds.
.38-yard line, second down.
Second down and 9 here, under a minute left in the third quarter. Washington hands it off to Holmes. Holmes on the outside. Will be met by Flood and pushed out of bounds.
22, Marcus Tilly, the ball
Kelly
carrier.
on the carry that time. 40.
21, AJ Flood on the stop.
9-7 to score. Ridgeview with the ball on third down.
And a big third down here. Come on,
Third
keep
down,
this stop.
6. Ball's on the
You know they're
35
gonna go for
yard
it.
line.
Yeah, they'll have to go for it.
Basically everywhere here is 4-down territory for the Blazers.
It's really until territory.
I wouldn't say that. Here is Washington. Hard count, no one jumps. 15. Here's Washington. He's going to look left and step into the pocket and throw left, caught by Smith for a first down.
Pass complete to number 2, George Smith.
Smith doing a very good job of finding the holes in the zone, but
On
at the same
stop
time,
4, Aaron Bowen.
he's got to be following Smith down there. There's nobody behind him.
That's the Founders Federal Credit Union Blazers first down.
Into the game comes Caleb Ashley at defensive end, and that will be the end of the third quarter. 9-7 is the score here.
Richmond Blazers 9, Mauldin Mavericks 7. As we head into the fourth quarter.
Mauldin, a very, very rough start to the half in terms of keeping the ball. 3 drives, 3 turnovers.
It's been a failed season. Running a tough one going off of football. 2 new turnovers this season, and they haven't produced much. 3 I can think of would be a fumble against Northwest and then 2 great interceptions. Can't think of anything else. I guess there were several fumbles against one. Yeah, Jay Lucas was the only interceptions.
12 minutes on the clock here from District 2 Stadium in Lightfoot, South Carolina.
I'm shaking it like a kind of man. I'm shaking the city like a cake. Haters blue in the face like a I'm making the cake, so let's make it. I'm taking the game's mine. Yeah, I'm with some changes, my time. Yeah,
So from the left hash mark,
I wanna say you back for everything like
4-yard line of first down.
Yeah, I'm looking at something like a truth.
Ball's on the 24-yard line to be first down 10. For the Blazers.
Andre Washington. Will he go into something? No, he won't. He'll go back into the gun. His running back is Darius Foots. Washington takes a snap and drops back in the pocket. He'll throw towards George Ford. George Ford goes up, and the ball is incomplete. They were targeting Jordan Smith on that one. He just went out of bounds.
Just overthrown there, and honestly, George Ford had a better chance of catching that one.
George Ford.
Pretty good defense by George
Second down 10.
I mean, obviously not meant to be a defensive back, but he's been running stride for stride with his receivers all night.
Interesting that they switched Holmes away from Aaron Bowens they switched Smith away from Bowens after Smith had been having a pretty good quarter
At the
against
same
Bowens.
time, though, if you're Ridgeview, you really like this matchup with George Ford on Smith. He's losing size, and
And it's
he's not meant to
one-on-one.
be a DB.
There's no safety help over there for George Ford. He's all alone.
Yeah, AJ Flood's got to be looking inside.
Second down, they hand off to Holmes. Holmes on the outside will be stopped by A.J. Flood and Jonathan Snipes short of the first down marker.
Josh Holmes to
Third
the
down.
26 on the
This might
rush.
end up working quite well from Mauldin. If they can get a stop here on third down,
21 AJ Flood.
I think she might go for a field goal. I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but they went for a field goal around the 25 earlier in the game and made it. So
Third down and 5 here. Clock stopped at
Third down 5.
In the gun is Washington. 15 on the play clock. He'll take a snap in the gun. He'll look right and throw right. Come back right for Smith, and Smith will have the first down before he's tackled by
That's good enough for Founders Federal Credit Union. Third down.
big goal line stand here. I mean, if Richie scores here, it's going to be very tough, especially with the offensive rush we've been seeing so far.
Also the 7-yard line in first and goal.
11:30 here. First and goal. From about the 7. Washington in the gun. He'll take the snap and roll right and keep himself as he runs up the middle. Tries to truck his way into the end zone and which he does.
Not to say that we'll be out of the game. They're going to go for 2. I can't believe that.
They're going to put Washington at wide receiver like they did earlier with the Wildcat with Julian Smith as the Wildcat QB.
And one thing to note, Julian Smith took off the gloves. He's actually taking that guy real lucky second off.
He's gun with Woods. Nice snap, and Smith will keep it. And
Number 2, George Smith.
It's not something you want to see in a Mauldin's offense really going to have to find something big here. You take money apart from the other writers, it's not the big charities. Another fumble very well to put this game at reach, especially with how
you can't turn the ball off.
I can't help but think this game would be going a lot differently if Jaden Lucas was on the field.
Or even Jimmy Brown. Not that the turnover was David Shearer's fault, but
One of them is.
One of them is.
The interception is absolutely his fault. But I mean, Jaden Lucas just holds his defense together. With Jaden Lucas on the field, I mean, Jordan Smith is completely out of the game. Jordan Smith does nothing with Jaden Lucas in this game. With him out, he's been such a big factor. That's really been the main issue for this defense.
Assuming another push kick towards Sean Hall.
That is number 1, George Floyd, and number 8, Jameson Tucker.
He steps, hop steps, and pooch kicks to the right into the hands of George Floyd, catches the kidney and faces up, jukes up to the middle. He's still moving on the outside and will fight his way to the 46-yard line. So what do they do with it?
And stopped by 23, Tyler Trillier.
As we mentioned, can't see a fumble or interception here in this drive.
46-yard line, first down 10. Midland Honda number 44 against Thomas Parkway has provided a selection of Hondas.
Make it tough for Andre Washington and Jordan Smith.
For your special and current line of next level offense. Midland Honda.
So 11:06 on the clock. It looks like they're going to go with 2 running backs. Cuts loose and they handed it off to George Floyd, who fumbled the ball again.
Ball will be spotted on the 22-yard line. It'll be first down 10 for Ridgeview.
So here's first down and 10 for the Ridgeview Blazers. Andre Washington in the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the right. Washington looking right, trying to keep it and scramble up the middle. And he'll slide.
Andre Washington, number 7, to carry 8
5.
A good job there from Jesse Manziel to reach out that big paw and grab the back of Washington's jersey, bring him down. Stop that play from becoming a big game.
Third down, check that, second down 5.
Washington in the gun again. Here he is. Takes a snap. Hands it off here for Kelly. Kelly up the sideline will be forced on down.
22, Marcus Kelly.
And this is just an absolutely critical third down for Mauldin here. It's not necessarily life or death if they don't get the stop here, but it's very in reality. If they can get the stop here, force a punt, it's going to be
first down. That's a foul to Federal Credit Union.
Wow.
First down.
How don't see how that's a first down. That shouldn't even be close. That's an awful spot from our referees.
32-yard line, first down, 10 Blazers.
Andre Washington in the gun again. A modified wishbone in the gun. Here he is. He's then taking and throwing across the middle for Smith. Smith is been run for a shoestring tackle by Drayton Brown. Smith
number 2, George Smith. He was got by number 6, Drayton Brown.
They're not getting
That's
Federal Credit Union Blazers.
That's a big part of it. I mean, they get to the 10th, they get maybe
45-yard line, first down, 10 Ridgeview.
And Coach Washington, and they're back out on the field. There's no rest, but obviously without the cornerstone, Jaden Lucas, it's just so hard against the pass right now.
Washington takes a snap, Hands off to Holmes. Holmes bounced up the middle before he stopped by Jesse Manso.
26, Josh Holmes.
That's a good first down play from Mauldin there. It's really important that we don't get another first down.
99, Jesse Manso.
I'm shell shocked about what's going on.
Second down, 9.
I mean,
46, Josh Holmes.
that's not something we see from Mauldin's offense. We don't, not the best ball security in the state by any means, but it's very rare you see something like what we've been seeing this past 4 drives. And beast formation. 2 defensive tackles.
Two fullbacks, a running back, and here is the running back Foots is bouncing off to the outside. It's tackled by Jacob Wilson on the offensive nice.
There is Foots. Number 11, the ball.
Yeah, third down, and it's probably going to be about 7 or 8 here. Any other, I mean, you have big weeks on the field, or even in the first half, you feel good about this. But Aaron Bowen is really struggling in pass defense right now. It's very important they stick tight to the man. And it looks like they're still going to go with this little beast formation.
Third down and 7 here, 8:20 on the clock. 20 on the play clock. Here's Washington. He'll drop back to pass. And comes stopping. They go deep and snapping. That's incomplete.
It's going to be a climb, but there was a holding on 6-7 on Jacob Wilson. I don't even know if it was right. Yeah, that was a horse collar.
Holding. Ridgely. McLean brings up 4th
So a
down.
huge defensive stop there from Mauldin. David Shear's going to have 8 minutes to work with here. Last drive it wasn't 100% necessary that we scored, but this drive it's curtains. And 8 minutes, it's a weird dilemma because you need to score quickly with 8 minutes, 11 seconds. But you score quickly, you put an entire defense right back out.
It's number 11,
It's a situation. George Ford not going to be allowed to punt team.
He needs at least one play. Punt is away, and Sean Hall will scramble backwards. And it will be touchdown at the 6-yard line.
Very good punt there.
Down.
Usually a receiver, very weird to see a guy like that off punt team. I think Sean Hall could have picked that up and ran with it. He had plenty of space behind him to take that and try and get better field position. Something George Ford definitely would have done.
So with 8 minutes exactly on the clock, the Mauldin offense returns to the field led by junior David Shear. 17-7 is the score here from Richland District 2 Stadium. 2 running backs are Scott and Caldwell. 2 receivers right, 1 left. They hand off to Caldwell. Caldwell outside. He has to ring as he breaks to the first side tackle. Still looking his right. He comes back to the inside. And looks like the ball wobbled, but they're going to put the ball for a first down.
Number 2, Randy Caldwell.
That run felt a lot longer than it was. That's only 11 per run, but it felt like compared to obviously we ran a lot more in the game. Compared to how the run game's been tonight, that felt like
He did kind of run backwards.
sure.
Well, we only need to know
But more importantly, he runs the football.
man.
7:49. Clock is now ticking on first down. 2 running backs again. Scott Caldwell. David Sheeran takes a snap. Hands off to Caldwell again. Caldwell will be taken
Number 2,
down
Randy Caldwell.
after gaining 1. Second down.
Check off here.
9. They bring in Lucas Dominic.
Keaton Rogers on the
Some extra protection here at tight end.
second down 8.
Scott the running back. Timeout.
Ridgely.
And yeah, it's a miscommunication there for the Mavericks. They wanted to get George Ford on the field and check off. Use Caldwell, but he wasn't ready, and it ended up being Lucas Dominic who wasn't going to check on the field. But at the same time, George Ford was finally ready to get out. They said that's in the plays.
When you sideline with an injury out, not the top ball. Dr. Nikki Kleinell, Christian Humboldt, competing for the sports medicine team position for all Richmond High School students, athletes, family members, and the most preferred orthopedic provider in South Carolina, and official team Dr. Western Tigers, and University of South Carolina Gamecocks. Experts in drug replacement and benefit offer full rehabilitative services to help fight executive activities you enjoy. Jersey Experts Orthopedic Care, full top of Kleinell's office. 803, 39 also. 803, 39, OR, so on the go. Brisbane on orthopedic, helping you be your healthiest person.
But back here to Lightfoot, South Carolina. 17-7 is the score. David Shear will take the snap and hand it off to Nick Scott. Nick Scott busts his way through the middle, gaining 2. Third down and about 7.
There's some benefits to being on the ground, getting the defense to breathe, but it's not much time.
It's only Nick Scott's first carry of the night.
Pete Rogers.
I can't believe that. I can't believe they haven't handed off so much.
Third down and 7, 2 receivers right, 2 left. David Shear right hash mark. He takes a snap, looks left, screen pass. I think they were trying to throw it to Ford, but they ended up going to Scott and incomplete. It was 6:47.
23,
I think he got it.
Fourth down.
This is probably a smart play, but with how much you're deep, if Jane Lucas is in the game, it's a smart play.
Jay Lucas in the game, the score is not 17-7.
That's very true. But I just can't agree with this right now. Not the situation. But I was wrong to get the half, so let's hope I'm wrong again.
Big punt right here. Let's go.
How about my punt?
Cameron Bergman takes a low snap and gets the punt away, and that's better for him.
It's a very good
Smith
punt.
will have to run backwards at the 45, breaks the first seconds. The big hit on the block by AJ Flood. Smith is still going before he goes to the tackle.
George Smith, number 2 on the return.
If it is, that's
Top
quite
40. Josh Cheese.
And now he is rushing to the sideline.
39-yard line. It'll be
Ball
first
matters,
down
so
pick.
defenses coming into the field. The ball will be swatted at Ridgeview's 41-yard line.
Time for an interception.
Big 6 right here. Let's go.
Aaron Bowens. Check off the field. It's going to be Drake Brown focus.
George Ford guarding the big man Jordan Smith here on the sideline.
Expect a lot of runs, though. You're forcing them all to use some timeouts.
Andre Washington takes a snap. It's bobbled, and they will actually take it. Holmes will get it off the fumbled snap, and will lose a yard on that one. It looked like it was AJ Flood back there, Jonathan Snipes, Josh DeBrood, all back there. 6:23 and rolling is where the clock is at. 17-7 is the score here.
Second down.
Yeah, they're sloppy there from the snap. It wasn't a bad snap, but Washington just didn't handle it. I guess he just tried to get it into Holmes' chest too quickly.
Second down and 11. Washington takes a snap. Going to keep himself as he rolls to the right. Still moving those legs as he gets to the outside. Jonathan Snipes is chasing him in. Snipes will shadow him out of bounds.
That's a win-win there. Not only, I mean, if you're a Ridgeview coach, I mean, sure you don't want Washington to take the hit there, slide down in bounds, keep that clock rolling. You'd rather lose a couple extra yards, and keep that clock rolling than go out of bounds and have that clock stop.
So third down and 9 here, 42-yard line, right hash mark. Under 20 on the play clock. They're going to go 2 receivers left, 1 right, tight end. So the lineup on the right here is Andre Washington, the gun, under 10. Play clock, he takes a snap, looking to the right, he's going to throw it across the middle of the field. And
Josh
flying right hand knocks the ball
Near.
out of the hands of Amir Pittman.
Sorry, did we say he's not athletic?
Take that.
I mean, that was
Brings the ball
ridiculous.
down.
I mean, falling away from the play, somehow gets his paw onto that. That's clutch too. That's likely a first down. Plenty of time killed off the clock, maybe even the rest of the time killed off the clock if that's caught. It's a huge play there from Josh DeGree. Mauldin's got to score on the stride.
George Ford, the deep man, to return here for the Mavericks. Pittman will punt it.
Mauldin loading up trying to get to this punt.
Ball is taken by Pittman, and the rush is almost blocked. George Ford will take it on the bounce here from the 25. He'll face up and juke to the left side, back into the right side to the middle. He's still moving on the outside, and he will scramble forward for
Number 1 on the return.
a couple yards and mark at the 30-yard line.
On snap,
Clock
11,
stopped at
Darius Cook.
5:43.
Yeah, I mean, very good punt coverage there from the Ridgeview team. The punts themselves the opposite is solid, but the coverage has been very good there for Ridgeview. I almost had him, and that punt came off, obviously, I mean, not a very good punter, but that punt still came off very awkward. There might have been a palm on it. It would have been huge if that punt would have been sent backwards.
5:43. David Shearer working with him again. He takes a snap and hands off to Caldwell. Caldwell kind of bounce out to the outside. He'll now face up and goes to the middle.
5.5 minutes. If they score here, back there, they're going to be able to kill as much time as they want. Probably kill the rest of the game. If they score with really less than, if anything less than 4 minutes, they're going to have to get one second.
Right action mark. David Shearer on the gun gets a snap and throw the possibility for all hands to catch. And first down.
I didn't hang on to that one. I thought that was not good. It was a great hit for number 23, Tyler Dreher, but 96, very good job from John Hall hanging on to that. Some of the best hands on the team. Interestingly, doesn't use gloves.
First down here.
First down 10, 48-yard line.
David Shearer in the gun, 5 minutes left. Shearer takes a snap. Look to throw it where he does. It's caught by Hall again. Hall spins forward. And 4:50 now.
Got to keep moving. I mean, there's no time to stop and think. You just got to have a set play. You got to go boom, boom, boom. Use your common use plays. Use the ones you know.
Right hash mark, 47-yard line. David Shearer will take the snap. Go left, throw it left over the shoulder. Tucker goes up. Tucker makes the grab, but there is a flag.
It's going to be a push off. I didn't see much contact in the defense. It's likely could be a push off on Tucker. After talking to the referee, I think it is a push off.
I believe they're going to call it offensive pass interference.
Good point, Ridgeview side. That's a pass interference.
It's declined though.
I can't see that agree with that call. It looked like Tucker. I mean, there's hand fighting from both sides. If anything, that's a no call. No call. It's not over the eye. We'll definitely take that.
First down here. Clock is rolling, 4:30. Or not really rolling, but now it's rolling. David Shearer in the gun will take the snap. He's going to keep it and throw the across the middle. And Tucker was holding. There is a pass interference. That is much more obvious. Tyler Dreher had Tucker turned around.
That's the classic throw your arms up in the air like I didn't do anything, but he knew. I mean, there's no arguing that. That's unbelievable.
4 receptions, 60 yards, and a touchdown for Tucker, and they are looking for him again. Tucker, a 3-star who has offers to play football from Eastern Michigan, Elon, Army, North Carolina Central, William and Mary, and Eastern Carolina. Mauldin in the red zone here. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. They're going to send 3 receivers right, 1 left. Tucker is the only one left. Caldwell is a running back. David Shearer takes a snap, fade route here for Tucker. Tucker goes up, and Tucker is actually intercepted. A tick pass here, and they're going to run it the other way. Smith, and that is that 5 drives? 5 drives, 6 turnovers overall. 17-7, 4-12 all they did a good job going from their own 6 all the way down to Ridgeview's 14. And then they throw an interception. You can't really blame that on David Shearer. His second interception of the night. But man, that hurts. It was a stretch that Mauldin would be able to tie it up, but now it's almost impossible.
I mean, it has to be a fumbled snap or some kind of turnover right away.
Mauldin, 2 timeouts. Andre Washington in the gun. He'll take the snap and roll right. He's going to keep himself. Jonathan Snipes. Whoa. Try to get there, but it's actually AJ Flood who's pushing out of bounds.
He was out of bounds and the clock stops. I mean, that's just something Andre Washington loves to do is get out of bounds after picking up his yards. And there's nothing wrong with that in the first half, in the third quarter. But when you're trying to kill the rest of the clock, he's either got to take a hit or just fall to the ground. But he can't keep going down to the
But the clock is rolling.
Why?
Which is interesting.
Why? That clock should be stopped.
10 on the play clock here. Andre Washington will let it all run and take the snap. And get off here for number 22, Kelly.
22, Marcus Kelly.
Then he's stopped by Randy Caldwell and George Ford after gaining a yard.
George Ford, number 1 on the side. Third down 3.
Left hash mark, 30-yard line. .245 here is Washington. He's going to throw it across the middle, low and hard hit by Brady Caldwell. The pass was intended for Jordan Smith.
Jordan Smith having a hard time getting up. Just absolutely getting laid out by Caldwell.
Caldwell feeling it too.
I mean, Ridgew's stand section did not like that hit. That's a clean hit. I mean, yeah. It's not. He doesn't have to hold off there. It's a clean hit. I mean, it's not a late hit, and the hit itself is perfectly clean. That's just football.
So 4th down and 4, and Ridgeview looks like they will punt it.
I mean, quick touchdown, onside kick. It's not over yet. It's very unlikely.
Aaron Bowen's the man deep for the Mavericks. He's standing at his own 40-yard line.
I'm not sure how to see George Ford here, but I won't complain.
Mauldin sent some heat, and Josh DeGroot tipped it. And it goes out of bounds at Ridgeview's 40. So just add that on to the terrific game for Josh DeGroot. And Mauldin actually did not have to use either timeout on that drive. So 35 yards, they have to go for the end zone. 2 timeouts, 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite over yet. It is very unlikely. This game's not over.
It is not over until the fat lady sings, and I haven't heard a good voice yet. Okay. And here we go here. They're going to go 2 running backs. It's Ford and Caldwell. David Shear will take the snap and drop back. Screen pass here. It's Ford down the outside. He will bust Ford for a nice 11-yard gain. The clock is rolling, however.
He had to get out of bounds.
Although it is stopped because of the first down.
First down, number 11, Darius Wood.
16-yard gain on that.
First down, pitch.
Clock is rolling down at 2:20. The Mavericks will have to go quickly here.
You need to get set and get that snap off there, wasting a lot of time, precious seconds.
David Shearer will take the snap and look across the middle of the field. He throws on a slant route. And that was a blindside hit on Sean Hall, but no flag.
I mean, that hit had a little bit of it.
That was like an eye for Tyler Tate.
You can say that, but that ball was gone. I mean, by the time he laid that hit, that ball was on the ground. And I like football being a physical game, so I won't complain. But at the same time, by the rules, there should have been some margin.
At the least, it stops the clock, though, and they're going to send 2 receivers to each side of David Shearer on the left half. Shearer takes it, goes across the middle of the field, and that was nearly intercepted again.
That's just David Shearer being inexperienced. When David Shearer is throwing the ball, you just got to figure out what his first impression is, because that's likely where the ball is going. It matters if it's straight on the
So here is 3rd down and 10 with 11 hash. It looks like enough to bring in Hayes Brown. Two receivers to each side of Shearer, it looks like. Got Tucker and Hall lined up. David Shearer with 5 on the play clock. They send Tucker in motion left to right. They get it off. Looking here for Tucker. Tucker on the screen route. not get through by David. We're down to 10 here, and I think they'll bring on field goal team with Aiden Haynes.
Right call. Got to make sure you get points on the board here.
You get the 3 here, hopefully. Get the onside kick, maybe. And you got those 2 timeouts.
Even if they don't get the onside kick, it still won't be over.
A 37-yard attempt here for the sophomore Aiden Haynes.
This is by far the most pressure he's had in the kick in his varsity career.
Ball is placed, and Haynes will
Miss it.
hit it wide. It was a wobbly kick. I couldn't see if it was a hold or snapper. It was an average snap, but
That's the game.
that's the game.
Yeah, that had to be converted. And that's painful. Aiden Haynes has been so good this year, but as I said right before he kicked it, that's the most pressure he's had on a kick in his first season career. And he pulled it left. I can't see him. Unless there's a fumble force right here, I can't see any chance of that next game.
I don't even think they're going to risk bringing out Andre Washington. Got to back up Connor, take a snap, hand it off down to the outside for Kelly. Kelly, big hit by Randy Ball.
22 on the sweep bucket.
Paul's not playing around. He's mad. He might get that boost in his football game. He is going to be
Timeout. Mauldin.
And unless any unforeseen miracles happen to finish this game, this is another heartbreaking loss for the Mavericks. And this is up there with the Teal Handle loss and maybe not with the Hillcrest loss, but this is a very heartbreaking game.
They do have the game next week against easily an average 3A team at best. And then they have the possible game that they can schedule that they were granted for not making the playoffs. No one confirmed is that it can be yet.
I would like to, obviously, Spartanburg was on the original schedule. We're supposed to travel to Spartanburg on the original schedule. Hopefully, that game gets reinstated. That's my number one hope.
So here is Connor again. He'll hand off up the middle for Kelly.
Marcus Kelly, number 22.
Timeout, their last win of the game for the Mauldin Mavericks.
Timeout, Mauldin. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of tonight's contest, please promptly exit the venue.
There is a very slim opportunity if they get to stop here on third down.
Remember that 6 feet of
Quick touchdown and an onside kick. Field goal won't do it. It's not enough. They need too much time going for a field goal. So a quick touchdown, onside kick, score again. That's the last chance. You can't say it wasn't a 6 symbol. So this is that. At least it's short a little bit.
Third down and 4 here for the Blazers. Connor takes a snap, hands it off again, up the middle. Runs Kelly, who will not
Marcus
gain
Kelly,
anything.
22, the ball
The
carrier.
clock will run
25
before
25-yard line.
Ridgeview will likely punt it away again.
4th down,
They
5.
can run it to about 50 seconds?
Yeah, that's about where it's going to be.
54
A little bit less than that. A little bit.
Not the best.
Yeah, no, it's going to be about
19,
40
number 4,
seconds.
Aaron Bowie.
George Ford will be back to return for the Mavericks.
Number 1, George Ford.
It's going to be the best.
Now 45.
Yeah, 45, 44 left. Depending on when they snap the ball.
Pittman and punt. Boyd's in the 3, 6.
They're just going to eat the
Timeout called at 44.3.
Timeout, Risby.
They won't.
Chill out.
There's much doubt that a small team is very difficult to do. I don't think they're one of the best teams on the field in the recent past, but it's like they're the winning side. That's the issue. That's it. That's the story for a long season right here.
Pittman gets the snap and gets the punt away. Will bounce at the 50, and George Ford will shadow it out of bounds at the 37-yard line, 37.8 seconds. I guess
First down,
shot to the end of the Mauldin. She is running a couple plays. Test out your 30-second offense.
What she did at the end of the first half was very good, but end of the first half is not really nice.
Helping us in looks. 17-7 looks a little bit better than 17-0.
It's true. And Mullins had their opportunities tonight. I mean, you think this drive means a lot more if Mullins would have been able to just put up literally 3 points in the entire second half.
David Shearer takes a snap. He'll throw on the comeback route for Tucker. Tucker faces up and jukes up to the middle. He's still moving those legs, moving all the way across the field before he's tackled.
Sean Hall, I mean, he had a chance to block for Jameson Tucker and make that much bigger play. He was just kind of standing still watching. That's not something Coach Neesmith's going to be happy about when he sees that in film come Sunday or Monday whenever we watch it.
Under 20 seconds now at 10 and maybe one more play here for the Mavericks. David Shearer takes a snap, drops back, and then steps up through the first one. A shovel pass here for Ford. Ford faces up and runs, and then is pushed to the bounds with 1.5 of the clock for the first down. I guess you count that a pass there for David Shearer. He's had a decent night of 162 yards.
You just take away the 2 interceptions. And to be fair, the second interception was not his fault by any means. That was just dead dog bad luck. That first one was just a complete mental error on his part and really turned this game around.
They enter the backfield for what will most likely be the last play of the game of 1.5 seconds. David Shearer drops back and throws deep. Tucker turns his head and
that's going to do it.
Incomplete pass. Mavericks fall 2-4. Each other. Opposite sides of the field. Long, disappointing car ride back to Mauldin, South Carolina to go to the Mavericks. And the losses always hurt. The losses were led always hurt more. The Mauldin was leading 7-3 at halftime. They might be overstated. A terrible start to the second half for the Mauldin Mavericks. And any momentum they had was immediately killed. Of course, 2 big injuries. Jed McBride, starting quarterback, and 5-star defensive back Jaden Lucas played a huge impact on the game, but Mauldin had some players fill in, but it was just not enough. Josh DeGroot, a terrific game. David Shearer showed some bright spots, but showed some some places where he needs to improve. But overall, it was just not good enough for the Mavericks. And that one hurts. Go ahead.
And just like you said, Mauldin had their opportunities to win this game. I mean, there's really no reason this game shouldn't have been 1-1. I mean, 5 turnovers in a row, 6 in a game. You can't do that at this level of football and come out with a win. It's impossible. And that's exactly what was shown tonight. I mean, defensively, after Jaden Lucas was out, I mean, Aaron Bowens, Drayton Brown, George Ford had a hard time really getting anything going through the air, but eventually they were able to figure that out. This offense just couldn't figure anything out. I mean, it's just been the theme of the season has been hard. And this is another one of those games. I mean, Mauldin played. Take away that meat of the second half. Mauldin played plenty well enough to win this game on both sides of the ball.
Take away the third quarter, Mauldin wins the game.
For sure.
Well,
Yeah,
like you said, true because I guess Richardson kind of scored in the fourth quarter, but they did all the meat of the work.
I mean, as you said, it's going to be very disappointing. At least, I can't even think of at least. I mean, it's take the Hillcrest game, take the TO game. Those 2 games that very well could have been 1 and 3. I have a lot more hope going into the rest of this, going into the playoffs, and then put this game. It's absolutely hard to be in 7th season, but it won't matter much for me and you and Andrew bringing this but Landon and Peter will hopefully have a lot to look forward to next year because this team's going to be filled with just an absolute fire. Especially if they lose these ball this year. They're going to have so much of it. I mean, they're going to be just so angry with the way this season played out.
That will do it. That will do it here from District 2 Stadium in Blythewood, South Carolina. We thank you all for tuning in here tonight. One last go for the Mauldin Mavericks next week as they travel to Easley High School. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you will join us again next week. Have a good weekend.